video, I want to show you how you can live stream on Facebook using the OBS Studio. Firstly, you're gonna open Facebook and then go to the URL box and then type in here facebook.com live producer and scroll down here. Click on go live. Now you have to select a video source here and it will automatically select your webcam. But we're gonna choose here streaming software because we can use the OBS. Now we're gonna copy the stream key here, and if you want to access the advanced settings, we're gonna scroll down here and click on advanced settings. But we didn't need this right now. Collapse this and we're gonna copy this stream key. So firstly we're gonna disable the camera access for this browser here because we can use our default camera for the OBS. So disable the camera and microphone here. Now minimize the browser and then we're gonna launch the OBS. Come here under the sources option and click on plus. Select the video capture device, okay, and then we're gonna select the integrated camera, that's the default camera of PC, and click on OK. We're gonna pick one more source here. Let's select media, okay, browse. Let's pick this video file here and click on load. Now I'm gonna bring my video on top of this media source, so I'm gonna drag this video capture device and then put it on top. Now my video is appearing top. I'm gonna minimize the size of my video and maximize the size of this media file properly. So firstly select the device for microphone. I'm going to select the default microphone of my PC here. Okay, and now you can see microphone is working. Media source. Click on murder only. Click on any object. It's again here the audio now. So just go to streaming settings. Go to Facebook Live here. Okay. Now the only thing we need to do in order to stream on Facebook with this OBS is click on start. Click on go live, and you can give title here. Click on go live, and you can see I'm now live on Facebook here. If I go to my profile here, Facebook, it shows that I'm live now. In order to end the live, you can just go to live producer once again and end this live video here, and live, and you can go to OBS and stop streaming here. So that's an easy way how you can go live on Facebook with OBS Studio. If you like this video, then just give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, bye.
So let's go to Google. I'm gonna show you first how you can download OBS. So we're gonna go to Google and type in OBS Studio. The first thing you're going to see apart from the sponsored one here is gonna be the OBS Studio. Usually the website is obsproject.com. That's where you can download the latest OBS. Now if you're using Windows or Mac, depending on what you're using, you can actually go ahead and download for whatever operating system that you're using. In our case we're using Windows. Okay, now as you can see, latest version of OBS supports Windows 10 and Windows 11, so make sure your computer is running at least Windows 10 or Windows 11. Okay, once you're done, click here on Windows or Mac, whatever, and follow the instructions. It's super easy to install. I already have mine installed, okay, but it's just going to install it, no problem. Another thing that I forgot to mention that you're gonna need, you are going to have a good internet connection. That's the key, because you cannot live stream without an internet connection, and I would recommend you don't use Wi-Fi. Try to use a cable, an actual cable, and connect it directly from your router into your computer from an Ethernet switch or anything, but it's gotta be hardwired in, because if not, Wi-Fi is not reliable. So don't try to stream over Wi-Fi. Okay, so now that we have OBS installed, the first time you open it, it's gonna look like this. Obviously I have few scenes that I've created here, but I will actually ask you to ignore this because this is what you're gonna see when you open OBS for the first time. So what we need to do now, I have my Facebook page ready here. Okay, this is my Facebook page, and that's where we're gonna be streaming to. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you're gonna go ahead and go to scene here where it says scene, and we're going to add our first scene. Okay, that's like our main scene, kind of. We're gonna call it main scene. Let's just call it main. Okay, and I'm gonna hit OK. Now the scene, this scene is actually going to be a composition of sources. Okay, mostly sources are going to be your camera, your microphone, And if you have some music in the background, it could be that. If you have some pictures you want to show on the stream, it's gonna be that. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna keep it simple. So we're gonna be connecting our camera and our microphone. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do is you're gonna go to click to that scene, and we're gonna go to sources, and we're gonna hit plus, and we are going to add first a camera. Okay, so now for your camera, this is gonna be connected through USB or through a capture card. What you need to do is you're gonna go ahead and choose video capture device. Okay, to add your camera, and you can name it. Let's say name it camera, and hit OK. And we're gonna go ahead and look for your camera. Okay, so you should have a list of all the cameras you have connected. This is all my inputs connected right now, but in your case, maybe it will show up as a capture device or something. So depending on the capture card that you're using, that's gonna how it's gonna show up here. Okay, for me, I have Blackmagic Design, which is my 18 mini. That's the one we're gonna be using. I can go ahead and choose my streamer's virtual camera here, and I'm gonna go here and actually import it. Alright, so this is a sample of my camera. Again, for you it may be something else, but this is me capturing myself right now. Again, I repeat, in your case it could be something else depending on the capture card that you're using. It could be a cam link, it could be the name of your capture card, it could be capture device or something else. Alright, so it's gonna show up here for sure. Okay, and then the next thing you have to do for resolution, again, usually you just capture the default resolution, but you can go ahead and actually go to custom. You can change it if you want to 1920 by 1080p, which is full HD. Okay, and frames per second, you can just keep it that way. You don't have to do anything. All this stuff here, you don't have to do anything here. You can just use the way it is and hit OK. So now we have my camera into OBS. The next thing we have to do is we need to bring in our microphone, because right now if I was going to go live, there would be no audio. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go to the plus sign again, go to audio input capture. Okay, and you can type call this microphone. Okay, and hit OK. Okay, and you need to look for your microphone. So in your case, again, depending on the type of microphone you're using, if you're using the microphone connected to your camera, it's going to show up through your capture card. So it's going to be the same device that you used as a capture card. If you're using a USB microphone, it's going to be a separate microphone. For example, if you're using the Tonor TC40, it's going to show up as Tonor TC40. Right? In my case, I have my 18 mini connected as a microphone as well, so that could be another microphone that I use. I have my Vocaster interface, which is this one right here, but you can see I have a lot of options here. But I'm gonna go ahead and get microphone Blackmagic Design. Alright, so I just added a little bit of volume, so now it's working because the volume was at 0, and as you can see, I have a signal right now coming from my microphone. So that's how you would add a USB microphone, and boom. So once we have the audio, we have our mic, we have our lights, obviously, so the whole setup, the camera is connected to the computer, you have your lighting looking good on camera, it's time to actually go live. Okay, now another thing, again, this is a beginner's guide, so you may design another scene like a welcome scene or a countdown timer, or after you stream you may design something like that says thanks for watching. So those are things that you may do to kind of spice up your stream. For the purpose of this video, we're not gonna do that, but I want you to keep that in mind. Okay, you can go ahead and design another scene. I'm just gonna show you a little quick. We can call it welcome. Okay, and then on this scene, what we can do is we can go ahead and look for an image. Okay, so this says call this image welcome. We're gonna call this source welcome. Okay, welcome image, right? And hit OK. And we need to browse, find it. We're gonna go ahead and browse, find something that we can use here. Look for an image that we can use. Let's bring in this image, for example, right? Okay, so this is a quick image to just show you. Again, when you bring it in, it's may show up like this. Okay, and what we need to do, you can right click to it and go to transform, and then go to fade to screen. Okay, this is just an example. Right, so now it fits the screen, and then what we need to do is, if you have some music, you can add some music, but again, we're gonna keep it simple. You can go to add source, and then we can add a text. Okay, and then hit OK, and then what we can do, we can type welcome. Okay, just welcome, something simple. We can choose the font that we need, so something that looks a little fancy. Best is my favorite font, and hit OK, and then you can maybe have it centered in here. Right, you can also go to filters or properties, and let's see if we can add some gradient or something, opacity 200%, something like this. So as you can see, it doesn't look bad. Okay, again, this is super quick. So this is like your welcome, and then we can move it on the top of main. Okay, so now I can switch from between welcome, and then when I'm ready to go live, I can hit go live. Right, again, you can add like another information. You can also switch from, if you go here, you have studio mode. If you switch to studio mode, it gives you an ability to preview a scene before you take it live. So I can actually hit cut. Okay, let's say I choose my main camera is gonna be in preview, and before I go live, I can hit cut, and it's gonna go live. Okay, if I wanna go back to this scene, I can go back to this scene, no problem. So before you go live, you can have this thing that says welcome, and then whenever you're ready, you can hit cut to your main scene here, which is you talking and maybe sharing your message, and then boom, you're live. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to actually go to settings. Okay, and we are going to go live for real. Okay, so what you see now here, the main settings for OBS, you have your stream general settings. You don't have to do anything here. You have your stream settings. This is what we're gonna be using for streaming. You have your output settings. In most cases, it's gonna look like this. The video bit rate, you can keep it at this, no problem, or adjust it depending on your internet connection. But for the simplicity of this video, we're gonna keep it this way. And to be honest, the encoder, you can change it. If you have a dedicated graphics card, you can change it to this, or if you don't, just keep it to software. Okay, other than that, this is pretty much it. Keep it simple. And on video here, this is where the magic happens. So on video here, you want to make sure you change it to full HD. Okay, full HD, which is 1920 by 1080p. Okay, this is important. Okay, and here keep it at 30 frames per second, so this number here can stay at 30, no problem. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Once you're done, you can hit apply, and the next thing we're gonna hit OK. Now the next thing is we're gonna go to our Facebook group. I'm just gonna close this. So this is my Facebook page, and it's open. And what you need to do is you need to go to live, where it says live video. Okay, and you need to click where it says live here. This is what you need. Okay, you need to click select. Okay, once you get here, you're gonna see you have two different tabs. You have the webcam and the streaming software. Since we are using OBS, we're not streaming directly from our camera, you're gonna go ahead and hit streaming software. Okay, and then from the streaming software, so you have the stream key. By the way, this stream key has to be a secret, so you can show it to nobody. And if you click to advanced, you have the server URL. Okay, you're gonna need this as well. Okay, so now let's go back to OBS. As you can see here, I'm going to minimize it. If we go to settings and go to stream, and where it says service, we're gonna switch to Facebook Live. Now for Facebook Live, if you were to use custom, you see it's gonna ask you the server, which is the server URL and the stream key. But since we have the Facebook preset already built into OBS, we won't need the server URL key, so you can just leave it at default. Okay, OBS already knows. Now what you need is gonna be a streaming key. Okay, so what you need to do is you're gonna go here to your Facebook page. Okay, go to my stream key here, copy the stream key and go back to OBS, go to settings, okay, and then go to stream, and then again I'm gonna switch to Facebook Live right here, and then I'm gonna hit stream key, so I'm gonna right click and paste, okay, and then hit apply and then hit OK. So now I can have my stream here, my main, which is my welcome scene, bring it to live. I can just go ahead and actually hit start streaming. Okay, now I should be streaming to Facebook right now. So what I need to do is we can go ahead and close this and go to Facebook, and as you can see I am live right now. Okay, and whatever I have in OBS here, it's the same thing that I have here on Facebook, right? So now at this point, the only thing that you need to do, add details. Okay, go to the title of your stream, so just call me testing, and then we can go to description. This is just a test, and then hit save. Okay, also choose public because now it's going public, right? And then once you're done, because now you have a signal, all you need to do is you hit go live. Once you hit go live, you're gonna be live streaming on Facebook, so your feed on Facebook, people will be able to watch you. So I'm not gonna go live because people won't understand why I'm live, but this is it. Once you hit this go live button, it's gonna go live. If I go back to OBS and switch to my main scene right now, which is me talking, the camera and the microphone and everything, and let's check. Obviously it's a little delay, but as you can see, the signal is there, so I'm live. We can see my image, no problem. Okay, so this is how you go live, guys, on Facebook. My name is Sam. Again, you're watching Live Production Tips and Tools, and I will see you on my next video. Take care.
What's going on, guys? If you stream on Facebook Live using OBS, today I'm going to show you the best settings that will actually help you get the best quality out of your live streaming, and at the same time help you avoid any crashes or any problems with Facebook Live platforms. So let's not take much time. Let's actually go to this page by Facebook, and I'm going to show you what you need, obviously, all the requirements by Facebook, and at the same time we're going to do it in OBS. Now, as of now, Facebook Live does support 1080p and 60 frames per second. However, if you're not a gamer and you're not part of what they call level up and managed partners, all right, you're not going to be able to access full HD 60 frames per second. Now, for average people or users, other people who are not part of that group, you're going to be stuck with 720p 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second. Now, if you do some sort of action gaming kind of fast movement that requires 60 frames per second, you can go ahead and actually do it. However, if you are an average streamer like me, maybe streaming your content, just going live, talking about tutorials or tips, or depending on what you're sharing, or maybe singing or hearing something, all right, you're gonna be okay with 30 frames per second. That's gonna take us to this tab right here where it says the requirements for 30 frames per second. Now you're gonna need a resolution of 1280 by 720. The video bit rate ranges between 1500 and 4000 kilobits per second. To know which one or what number you're gonna pick, actually you're you're gonna have to go ahead and go to Google, just type in internet speed test so you can test your internet speed. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually run mine to show you, just to give you an example of what you need. Of course, the most important part that you're gonna need is gonna be your upload speed, because it's the part of your internet that's pushing the information from your actual computer to the web or to the Facebook platform. So as you can see, as of now, I have 48 megabits per second of upload speed. The rule is actually to try to use half of whatever speed you have, because you never know, someone else may be using your internet at home, so you want to leave yourself some headroom. All right, but for now I can actually use up to 24 megabits per second bit rate. What that means is I have plenty, because all I need is only 4 megabits per second maximum according to Facebook. So now I have OBS open, and what we need to do is we're gonna go to settings. The first thing that we need to do, we're gonna go to stream, and for stream, again, you have settings for Facebook Live. All right, this is the Facebook Live kind of default settings, but you can actually ignore that part. Again, if you want to make it simple, you can go ahead and actually choose Facebook Live. All right, however, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go to custom, and we're gonna leave it that way for now. All right, I'm gonna show you the rest later on. So what we need to focus on now, we're gonna go to video, and then as you can see, we have two options here. We have the base canvas, and then we have the output resolution. Now the base canvas, depending on the monitor or display that you're using, you're gonna use the same resolution as the monitor that you have. So if your monitor or display is full HD 1080p, then you're gonna go ahead and use 1920 by 1080p, which is gonna be by default. Most of the time it's gonna be there. Now if you're using a 4K monitor, you're gonna use a 4K resolution, again depending on the exact monitor resolution that you're using. That's why you're gonna type in here. Now for us, because we're using a 1920 by 1080p, that's what I'm using. Screen or base canvas is gonna be 1920 by 1080p. If I was using a 720p monitor, I would go ahead and actually choose 1280 by 720p. All right, so this has nothing to do with what you're gonna be sending to Facebook. Now the next thing we need to look at is gonna be our output resolution. Now for the output resolution, we're gonna go ahead and actually choose what Facebook wants us to use, which is 1280 by 720, right? As you can see, you have so many other options, but for us, this is what we need, because that's what Facebook likes. The rest you can leave it here. Now for the common FPS, or frames per second, we're gonna use 30. Now before we hit apply, we're gonna go ahead and actually go to output. Now when you go to output, you have two output modes. You have advanced and then you have simple. All right, now we're gonna be using the advanced one. All right, and then we're gonna try to follow everything that Facebook requires. All right, so what we need to do is we're gonna go to the streaming tab. Obviously we have coding, and then we're gonna go ahead and leave everything here for the encoder. If you have a dedicated graphics card, most of the time you should have one, so you're gonna go ahead and choose NVIDIA NVENC H264. You don't have to do anything here on the rescale output. You can go ahead and actually go to the rate control, leave it at CBR, should be a problem. Now for the bit rate, remember we have between 1.5 to 4K kilobits per second, so we're gonna go ahead and actually take the max, because our internet speed can actually support it. Now if you have a poor internet connection, depending on your upload speed, you can actually play with this. Just remember, the more you send, the better quality that you're actually going to have. So we're going to use the max, which is 4K kilobits per second. Of course, for the keyframe interval for this one, we're going to actually, because Facebook requires 2, all right? So we're going to go ahead and actually type 2 seconds. And then for the preset, again, you can go ahead and say slow for good quality. Personally, I can say slower and better quality. This is gonna depend on the computer. So if you're using maybe a slower computer, you can actually use medium quality. But for me, I want better quality. Maybe not the highest, but I want the best, right? And you can go ahead, maybe try slow and do some, experimentation and see what looks good. But for me, better quality should be good. All right, so that's pretty much it. I don't have to play with any other settings here. All you need to do is you can go ahead and maybe check audio a little bit. As you can see, says audio bitrate 320. You can go ahead and double check Facebook, see what it says. Remember, everything you do, make sure it applies so you don't lose anything. Hit OK, and then we can go ahead and actually check Facebook what it says. For audio bitrate, you need to do 100.
चलो ठीक है भाई, खुश रहो, आबाद रहो। अच्छा, मैं भी पीछे पीछे अपनी गाड़ी में आ रही हूँ, तो हमारे रस्म होती है ये कि दुल्हन के साथ जो है ना कोई जाता है, तो मैं दुल्हन की खाला हूँ, तो फिर मैं साथ जा रही हूँ। तो रूम सेट करवा ली मेरे लिए आपने? और हुआ? अच्छा, गर्म पानी आ रहा है। चलो ठीक है, मैं आ गई हूँ। चलिए।
नसीब वाले इंसान को देखिए, अपने परिवार को संभालने के लिए शादी के 15 दिन बाद ही नया बीवी छोड़ के परदेश चला गया। आया तो देखा बीवी उसका 16 साल इंतजार में बिता दी। माशाल्लाह शहर के लिए सो गई ये इनकी।
पर्सनैलिटी में आपको पसंद आई जो आप इनको अपना दिल दे बैठे? तो ऐसे गाने गाए जो बहुत
तो क्या गाइस, रोड सेकंड है, चलो देखते हैं। हाय 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 हाय, तो भाई रोड सेकंड है।
अभी मदद है भाई, अभी मदद है।
क्या तो क्या गाइस, रोड सेकंड है, चलो देखते हैं। हाय 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 हाय, तो भाई रोड सेकंड है।
अभी मदद है भाई, अभी मदद है।
क्या कमाल एडिटिंग की है इसमें। मैं इसकी आईडी नीचे मेंशन कर रहा हूँ, इसको जरूर फॉलो करो, ऐसे टैलेंट को सपोर्ट करो यार।
I know, you know, we know. Scout is my brother. I owe everything.
मगर का पावर क्या है यहाँ पे, देखो गाइस, इतना छोटा सा जोन उसमें गाड़ी लेकर इतना अंधा पुश करता था ना बंदा। अभी देखो गाइस कैसी होने लगा, दोनों भाई दोनों तबाही। ये भाई उठाया गाड़ी, पक्की उठाया बंदे ने, अब सीधा वहां से आ रहे भाई, बिल्कुल डर नहीं बंदे को। माय गॉड,
क्या होगा भाई, ये तभी की जरूरत है, बहुत कर दिया।
क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
क्या
2025 है, कोई किधर नहीं लग रेला, आ रेला 25 है अपना।
क्या होगा भाई? अगर सुनील ने अपना टेस्ट पास कर लिया तो सुनील को मिलेगा मेरी वाइफ सर,
बात करो सर।
और मीनल ने अगर अपना टेस्ट पास कर लिया तो उसका रिवॉर्ड तो चला होना चाहिए, क्यों नहीं? और उसका रिवॉर्ड होगा आप कहिए बट से मीनल, सुनील अगर सुनील ने अपना टेस्ट पास कर लिया तो सुनील को मिलेगा और ये रहे एक पुराने शोर, ये है पूरे स्टेडियम का मोमेंट। बहुत प्यार कमाया भाई, बहुत ज्यादा प्यार कमाया मेरे को। एक और ये रहे एक पुराने शोर। पकड़ 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 किसी जगह सेंस यार, पास नहीं होता इसका।
देख लो ना, कोई मीटिंग है ना, दिखा रखी तो बट कोई मीटिंग है ना इसमें। ना किधर आना सेंसिटिविटी। अरे मेरे जूते खोल दिया तो वो बैग इसको बोल दो ना, वाटर बैग
ब्रो तू 300 लेने वाला है जी भाई, ऑल दिस ऑन।
Use entire milk ताकि milk coagulate हो सके and then you can strain it. Use entire milk ताकि milk coagulate हो सके and then you can strain it.
इसमें बाजी कैसी?
स्ट्रेन बताइए क्या होता है स्ट्रेन?
वो एक मिनट फिर से बोलना आपकी
हमने सेम कॉपी किया तो
You are in the right direction.
अगर आपने कुछ गलत भी किया हो ना अपने आप सही हो जाता, पता नहीं।
Use it.
यही मैं खान और आप साहब का हुकूमत कि कुछ भी गलत होगा तो मैं आप पे
खबरदार, खान के खिलाफ कोई भी बात नहीं करो, वो मुझे बहुत पसंद है।
अजी आप ही को नहीं, वो सारी गली लड़कियों को पसंद है।
Jealous?
Jealous? यही बात